Hey, 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 what is up? What's happening? Super excited for this. This is going to be amazing. I mean, we should be charging for this. You should be paying. We are going to have so much fun. But we have just someone I really admire. I love her story. I love her energy. I love her intelligence. One of the smartest people that I know, and just an incredible mind around looking at problems differently and looking at different solutions to marketing. One of the sharpest people I've ever worked with, and it's going to be absolutely amazing, And so super, super excited. So you would feel free to share this. And I think for this, you know what? If you share and drop me a comment that you shared, I'm going to give away some copies of our special edition Time, Money, Freedom book. My wife and I's book. See how shiny? Whoa, yeah. So nice and shiny. This is the special edition. You can't get it on Amazon. And so if you share, drop me a comment that you shared, and I'll pick a few people to send a copy. It will be an actual copy. It won't be an ebook or anything like that. All right. So who we got? Oh, Amber. Okay, Amber. I'm gonna attempt this. Don't hate me. All right. Amber Uskatagui. I'm sorry. Apologies, Amber. But Time, Money, Freedom book, special edition to Amber U. Amber U. All right. Katie Stapleman gets a special edition Time, Money, Freedom. Look at this. We got a celebrity in the house. Sean Murphy gets a special edition Time, Money, Freedom book. Nicole Comet gets a special edition Time, Money, Freedom book. And what? I don't understand some of these comments. Lulele Leach gets a special edition Time, Money, Freedom book. All right. So without further ado, let's get the special guest on. She is just incredible. One of the most generous, I didn't say that, one of the most generous people that I know, someone that inspires so many of us, including myself. Let's help welcome Angel Fletcher. Angel,
what's going on? Hey, everybody. Hey, Ray. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm excited to have you on.
Excited. You and I haven't done this in a hot minute. It's been a while.
Know. You've been busy and you've been dodging our requests, and that's okay. Right? Sometimes there's a waiting list for a celebrity, and I understand that.
You're so funny. Listen, you guys have some amazing things going on right now. I've been involved in a lot of the new stuff that you have, and you take my breath away right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Like what? What are you talking about?
The bringing Jess closer was the smartest thing you guys could have done for me.
Bringing Jess. So technically we brought her closer to Millionaire Roundtable. She's actually getting a real estate license, so she's kind of stepping farther.
I know, but it was almost as if God brought her right when I needed her. Like, it was so crazy because, we wander through this. There's no book, there's really no book for the day-to-day junk. Let's just call it what it is. It's just day-to-day junk. Yeah. And there's no book to navigate through. And so when you're as a woman, sometimes you can get lost feeling like you're in a man's world.
Yeah. Very common in this industry, for sure.
It is. And which makes no sense to me when it's the vast majority is women.
Right.
So if this isn't a hint for you women watching, I need you to step into your queenism and get your butt to the top, because I need us to take over.
Nice.
Because we do. And it's not even that you actually are lost, it's you're feeling lost. And our feelings generate our reality, right?
Yep.
So Jess showed up.
And perpetuate.
Correct.
That's the thing that I think people don't understand, is that, the feeling actually perpetuates. It's telling the subconscious what you want more of.
Yeah. And so Jess was dropped. I call her my God drop for 2021 because Jess was dropped in my lap in a place, in a point of time where I felt that I was in a dark place with my business. I had come through my darkness with my personal life, but I was in a dark place in my leadership because I felt lost in who I was. And one little conversation just reminded me that I'm allowed to be soft. I can be soft and be a queen. I got news for all of y'all. Don't mistaken my Southern drawl for weakness, because I'm fierce.
Yeah.
But I can also be soft. I can also be a female. I can also be a mom and a woman and a wife and
love it.
And have emotions. That's part of being strong. So anyway, that's what you guys have done for me this year.
I mean, you're just emanating that. I mean, you're literally glowing. I mean, I'm serious. Like you can just tell that, yes, you've lost weight, right? We know that, but it's different. It's something. Different. It's like a different energy coming off you, and it's awesome. Looks
and
great.
You know what? Let me tell you the craziest part. Since that breakthrough, I have attracted some of the most phenomenal feminine women, not only into my life, but into my business.
Nice.
That, the energy that you put out there is what you get back. And so the universe has blessed me.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah.
So there are at least maybe 2 people left on the internet that don't know your story. Can you tell us, let's catch those 2 people up. Everyone else is loving on you, giving you all this love and hugs and everything, and loving what you're saying. But there are a couple people in here that don't know your story. How did you get into network marketing?
Through a problem. Everything about my life, you guys, people go, Ray says, oh, she's one of the smartest women I know. I'm not. I'm the greatest problem solver on the planet. I had a problem. My daughter was ill, very, very ill, and the doctors couldn't fix her. And I never heard of supplements. I never heard of network marketing. I never heard of any of that stuff. I'm from an itty bitty tiny town in Florida, you guys. I didn't know any of that stuff. And so, but I knew about Google. My best friend, Google, I knew her. And notice I said her because women know it all, and Google is a female. And so I went to Google.
I just asked my wife. I don't need Google. So
you don't need Google. That's exactly right. So I went to Google, you guys, and Google showed me some people that had lost some weight. And I thought, well, dang, I can't fix her. I can't cure her. Okay. But what if I could just give her a smile back? And that was my goal. And so I started sending over this stuff to her, all her doctors. I started in April, end of April, beginning of May. And in June, they said, okay, this isn't going to hurt her, when I finally found something. And so I bought it, not knowing anything. I borrowed the money from my son. At the time, I was living in a government apartment on food stamps, no hope, very broken, no money, more broken than broke, because at least I had food stamps to feed the family, and we had a government apartment. We were sleeping on the floor. We didn't have money for furniture. After a year, you guys, I couldn't find a job. I had this crazy story. I've always been a talker and a storyteller. I'm like, oh, well, I just left Florida and I moved here, and I left my husband of 20 years, and they would look at me like I've just escaped an insane asylum. Nobody would hire me. And so I didn't have any money. I slept on the floor. We bought a Monopoly game for 10 cents at the Salvation Army. That's what we did. And this stuff came in the mail. I said, I borrowed the money from my son. I said, we got it. We're drinking it. It tasted horrible. My daughter and I hated it. But you know what? Millions of people on this planet drink NyQuil. Millions of people on this planet drink Theraflu. Those are multi-billion-dollar companies that have been around for years and years. If it's solely based on taste, listen, then don't get the benefits. So we started drinking it. 3 weeks later, we had the first good news. And her doctors took her off 2 medications. And I went, oh, well, maybe there's something to this. And I made a post on Facebook. And legitimately, that's where it grew. It literally hasn't stopped since then, since June 26th. was when we started drinking this stuff. And July 19th, I made my post.
What year was that?
2014.
Wow.
Yeah, 2014. So it's been 9 years. 13. Yeah. And the crazy thing is that all the things that you guys teach people, I just did. I don't know why. Most people think they have to know everything. They become assholes. They're just asking all these questions. I didn't know anything. So when somebody said, well, what is it? I said, I don't know. Here's a link. That's what they gave me. Go look at it.
Perfect. So you weren't the guru of the science.
Oh,
and you didn't know the comp plan inside and out.
No, I still don't. I don't need to.
Don't need to.
Yeah,
the bank teller doesn't ask you about it, huh?
It's
like,
no, never has. Never
awesome.
needed to know that. I actually I had a woman this week that was asking like a lot of questions, and I'm like, I don't know, and she's like, I know y'all say that, and I'm like, no, you don't understand. I really don't know. I can look for it, but here's the website. You can check it out and see what you find, because I don't know and I don't need to know. And if I don't need to know, I'm not going to waste my time.
Right.
Big lesson. Y'all write this down. Big lesson. If you don't need to know it, don't spend time on it. You can make more money. You can make more time.
Amen.
So yeah, so I've been doing this now 9 years. I celebrated 9 years in June, and the only difference between me and people that haven't gotten to where I have is I show up every day. I do the work every single day. I'm in the trenches every single day. I'm working to the end of the month. I pulled 18 and a half hours yesterday. Every day. I'm not that girl that says, oh, I've arrived. You know what the destination is, Ray? The grave. Everything between now and then, I want mine to be more than that little dash, right? I want my life to mean more than that. So
what makes you so consistent? Because that's the one thing that we all know will create success, but it's the one thing that most people struggle with.
I feel, honestly, and this is going to sound woo-woo for you guys, but I feel like when you're blessed with something, you're also given the responsibility to share that, to change other people's lives. And when you go through the transformation that I have, going from broken to where I am, there's got to be, nothing's free, right? Nothing's free. There's got to be some kind of payment for it. My payment is I have a responsibility to do the same thing to other people. And I think I just took that more seriously than a lot of people do. That burden of responsibility. I'm like, whoa, what he giveth, he can take away. I better be doing my part.
I feel same way. I feel like it's my duty. That's my purpose. That's why I'm here. As long as there's blood pumping through the veins, like, why wouldn't I do everything in my power to impact more people? And so it sounds, agree with you 100%. Yeah. What was there a period where you were getting frustrated in network marketing, or has it just been easy breezy or all exciting?
Just on a jet, on my own private jet, all the way to the top. One time I saw a picture early on in this, and it was a picture of a ballet dancer. And from her ankles up, it was the most beautiful thing you'd ever seen. And then the camera zoomed in on her feet, and they were bruised, and they were sore, and they were red, and I thought, oh, wow. And it said, what they don't see, they'll never understand. And so I thought, oh my word, that's so true, because it's not easy. And nobody ever told me it was going to be easy. And I never bought into that fairy tale dream thing. Now, the fairy tale is that the beginning of the story starts once upon a time. What you do between time and the end is exactly where your fairy tale lies, is the actions that take place every single page that you turn. And so I've had dark days. I've had frustrating days. I've written my letter of resignation to my company probably, I don't know, in the range of 5,000 times. And you know what's so funny about it?
I've talked to you on a few of those times.
Yeah. It's so funny that it's never about, it's always because I'm looking outside of me for the solution. When I stop going, oh, it's the product. Oh, it's the comp plan. Oh, it's the people. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. And I go, wait a minute. What did I bring to the party? What I brought to the party is what determines my success, not the rest of that stuff.
Love it. So powerful. So there's people on here that they do get easily frustrated. They do get knocked out of being consistent. What is any advice, any strategies, any wisdom you can share with them to keep them on track longer?
Make sure you're following you, because that's what I did. So
I appreciate that. I love the Ryan story. To me, the Ryan story is
epic. So it's epic.
Yeah, it's incredible, because he's private messaged me something that, he's like, hey, I'm not sharing this, but I'm like, that is amazing.
Yeah. Like him, I think that's the things that why we're so connected, Ryan and I, because of the things that have happened in our journey that we get to celebrate. And he never forgets. Like every single time he tells that story about how he got started with network marketing, 100% of the time he says, let me tell you something. If you've never been to a Ray Higdon event and you really need to have your fire lit, you need to go to that, because that's what lit my fire. Cool. And so, some people, they'll tell the story for a little while and then it kind of morphs into their own version of that story where they take more credit. Listen, 7 years, I don't get the credit. You're what gets the credit. I mean, I just get she lied to me to get me there.
Yeah. She tricked Ryan, her now fiance, she told him, we're going to Disney, which he was very excited about. And she actually drove him to our event in Orlando, of which he didn't like network marketing at the time. And he was selling shirts, right? He had a t-shirt company. And so since then he's made a buck or two.
Yeah, well, a little bit. And so for me, you guys, we get so caught up in I need more information. I need more information. Thank you, Jesus. I did not fall into that trap. I needed less information. The less I knew, the less I had to say, the more people I could do it with. Was my equation, right? And at the end of the day,
so few people get that. I mean, it's so. Yeah. I had friends of mine that had me. They're like, "Hey, will you watch my presentation?" And I was a little nervous because
they're friends.
They're friends, and I don't know how coachable they are. And I'm like, well, I watched it. And I'm like, here's the problem. And they were very coachable. So it was awesome.
Oh, good.
But for you to get that, so few people get that. They think if I can answer every question, then I will recruit people. And that's not the case.
No, it's not. And when I'll share at the end of this, a couple of things to just prove to you guys, like I say less to more people, because then somewhere along the line, Ray or Jess, one of y'all said, whoever's having the most conversations is making the most money. And I went, well, he didn't say it had to be the smartest conversation. He didn't say it had to be the most information, the longest, like he didn't say that. He just said the most conversation. So I just ran. I never questioned it. I think that was the other thing. Somebody said something. I was a girl like, well, all I can do is prove them wrong. Right. And even when Ryan started in this, I said, I'm going to teach you something. Very few people I've seen know this. And that is, you can ask me any question that you want to ask and I'll answer it. But don't ever question me. And he was like, wait, what? I'm like, everything I teach you, everything I tell you has a purpose. I promise you. But if you're going to take my time so that you can understand it, then we're just wasting time and you don't want it. Just run. Run. That's all I need you to do. And so I did that with you and you didn't even know. Like I'm talking so early on, you guys. I was Googling I didn't even know what multi-level marketing. I didn't know what MLM meant. I didn't know what network marketing. I'm Googling the basic crap. And I come up with Ray Higdon, and you had YouTube videos back then. I was like, the mecca of information. I felt like I just hit Fort Knox. So I started watching them. I'd have them playing. I'd watch them over and over because I'd be like, listen, people can read the Bible and get like 72,000 different things out of it every time they read it. Dude, I need to be reprocessing this and reprocessing it. And that's really all I did. And then I ran hard and I ran fast, and I'm like, listen, I didn't have anybody saying this ain't going to work. And I was too stupid to realize that some of it wouldn't work, but I was only going to figure it out if I tried, and I had to give it all. So that's what I did. You said something, I did it. Diane Hockman, I found her. Boy, she said something. I went, oh, she's my people, because she don't talk like some of these other people. She don't even dress like some of these other people, right? And I was like, yeah, I look like her. I sound like her. I feel like her. She spoke. I listened. It was like E.F. Hutton for me back then, all of you guys. But then other people and started getting in my head. Other people showed up, and they started talking about the negative stuff. And that's when I started stumbling. Because when I didn't know, I didn't know. And if I didn't know it, it couldn't mess with my run, right? So somebody showed up and they went, oh, this is supposed to be a roadblock. And I went, oh, whoa. This is supposed to affect me. Well, it didn't affect me last year, but let me process this.
Let me think about this.
Yeah. And so just run, you guys, just run. So what? So what if you don't run, if you have to switch tracks? So what if you have to switch lanes? So what if it's raining? So what? You can still run.
Now, one of the things I love about you is you're known for, you've recruited people in all kinds of different scenarios, including Walmart cashiers. Can you just walk people through like what you say to a Walmart cashier, or which could be applied anywhere, but like what specifically have you said to Walmart cashiers?
Specifically,
Sure.
I never knew what to answer when they'd say, so did you find everything you were looking for? Like, I'm standing in line, aren't I? Like, but that's how broken I was back then, right? Like, I never knew.
You bothered me.
Yeah, like, why are you talking to me? And so for a long time, I didn't know what to say. And then when I started losing weight, my energy changed. Who I was changed, not just how I looked, who I was. And I became more pleasant to be around, and I was fit for human consumption again. And so I was standing in line one day in Walmart, and I was beginning to start like seeing the world around me for a change, instead of just like shutting it out and not, don't look at me, kid. Don't smile at me, baby. I know you're cute, but don't look at me. And so I got up there, and she said, so did you find everything you were looking for? And I was smiling, and I said, yeah, I did. Actually, it took me 42 years to find this smile. And girl, I'm going to tell you something. I look up and down these aisles. Y'all all need this. If you'll let me buy you a cup of coffee, I'll tell you exactly where it is. And she said, yes. And so I bought her coffee. And from then it was like a game, right? It was like Frogger. Okay, I'm jumping over the ones that are smiling. Where's the ones that aren't? And I would seek those people out, even on the days when my recruiting wasn't going the way that it was supposed to be going, or I wasn't satisfied with my results. I'd be like, all right, Mom, keep an eye on Hunter. I got to go stand in Walmart.
Wow.
Because I sought that out. I sought out the ability and the opportunity to change somebody's life. I didn't just sit there. Guys, home working does not mean homebound, right? So I'd get out and look for this and seek people out, because my garbage truck guy, I thought he was going to fall off the dang garbage truck the first time I was literally standing out there one morning at 5 a.m. It had been so hot here for weeks. It had been so hot. And I thought, what would I do if I didn't have a garbage truck guy? Like, what would I do? I'm not dealing with this garbage. I'm not getting out of there in that heat. Like, the garbage would just end up in the garage forever. And then I'd move houses because I'm not dealing with this garbage. And so
burn that one down.
Yeah. I stood outside one morning at 5 a.m. with a bottle of water in a cold rag, and I had bought this little ice pack that goes around your neck, and I had it in one of those little silver cooler bags, and I said, good morning. Y'all, I don't think anybody's ever been out there at 5 a.m. to say good morning to these guys. I don't.
Probably true.
And so I gave him his water, and I gave him that cool rag, and I thanked him for serving me twice a week for 5 years. Y'all, we have a relationship now. He leaves me little love letters. His wife will bake me cookies and leave them on my doorstep.
That's awesome.
Like, all I want to do is thank this dude, right? And so I think we need to start paying attention. There's opportunities. They're everywhere, you guys.
Yeah.
I said yesterday, I got a phone call from a friend. And you know, Ray, you'll find, you've got older kids. Sometimes you wander through this life. You don't really know. Was I a good dad? Like, really? Did I do everything? Like, was I good?
Sure.
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, God will slap you and say, of course you are. You listened. I had that yesterday, day before yesterday. So my son, who's here going to college, he went back to college, and he was here to help take care of me when I was sick. He was at a gas station day before yesterday. And my phone rang, and this guy named Joe that I know, he said, I just want to tell you what an amazing son you've raised. I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, I was at the gas station a little while ago, and there was this older woman, excuse me, getting out of her car. And literally your son walked over there and said, no, ma'am, listen, no, ma'am, don't get out of your car. He said, you just let me pump your gas for you.
Nice.
He went and he got a little, they all carry like sanitizing wipes. He got a sanitizing wipe, and he took her credit card from her with it. He never touched her. He did her gas for her. And he said, this little woman, Angel, stood there outside her car just weeping because no one in her entire life has ever made her feel like that.
Yeah.
And so I thought, there's so many people that are network marketing. What if they just did that once a week? Every time you went to get gas, what if you just looked around and you thought, how can I bless somebody at this gas station today? Like, you could build a business, you could build a network, and from that network, you could build a business with people.
Right.
Opportunities are everywhere, right? You know that. You just have to learn to flip that camera around so that you're not looking at yourself and you're looking at the world out there.
Yep. One thing that I would teach the team, like if we're in an area for an event, I was like, I want the hotel staff, the waiter, the waitresses, I want everyone in this town that interacts with us as a group to say, wow, what an amazing group. I sure hope they come back.
That's right.
And that was just like, that doesn't have to be limited to when you're out of town, right? That can be in town too. And, what are you doing to lift other people, to bless people, to be kind? And especially nowadays when there's so much division and so much hate and anger and all this stuff. So love it, love it, love it, love it. One of the things I heard you say many years ago, and I just loved it, is, when you were talking to one of the Walmart cashiers that you've recruited, and they said, well, how long until I'm making good money? And you said, well, what if it takes 5 years? And they're like, 5 years? You gonna have big money in 5 years? Like, I mean, it's just it's so powerful. And so many people, they get tangled up in trying to make the promise. And it's like, just address reality. Are most people going to have a big windfall of money in 5 years? They're not. Mm-mm. They're probably they probably see themselves being less than, financially sound than they are today, not better. Right. And so like, I just love that line. So there's several lines I've, borrowed from you over the years, and that's definitely one of them.
But when you think about it, Ray, I want people to be honest with me.
Yeah.
I have you guys know I do weight loss. Most of you know I do weight loss. And so I have this little thing that I wrote because people, it never fails. They'll send me a message and they'll say, I've only lost 2 pounds. in 9 days. I've only lost 2 pounds. So I have this little thing. And so I took 9 days and I broke it down and I said, oh my gosh. So you mean to tell me that you've done this and this and this and this and this many times. And so what you're really asking me is, are you thin yet? And when you do that, I'm defying their expectations. They're wanting me to come back and say, oh, my sweet girl. I'm so, listen. I didn't have anybody, oh, my sweet girl and me. Every time I struggled, I didn't have anybody petting my head, patting me on the butt and saying, whoa, come on. Listen, people don't need cheerleaders. I don't need a cheerleader. Nobody else in here needs a cheerleader. You know what you need? You need a coach.
Nice.
I'm your coach. I'm not your cheerleader. You want a cheerleader? Go talk to your mama, get on your knees and pray, talk to your husband on pillow talk. I'm your coach. I'm paid to help you get through this.
Yeah.
You're not going to get rich in 5 years, most of us. Now, let me tell you, is it impossible? Nope. It's not impossible. It is absolutely possible.
But I'd rather it be a surprise than an expectation.
That's correct. Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I'd rather be, well, you told me, I'd rather it be like, oh my God, it happened faster. Like that's the conversation I had with Jess is, listen, it's probably going to be 2 years of me just grinding, us not making money, and it's going to suck for the next 2 years. And then, 5 months later at 10,000 a month. Right. Yeah. And so like it happened faster than I thought, but I was prepared at the end of that 2 years to renew the contract for another 2 years.
Yeah. But you also prepared her.
Right.
Because let's talk about that for a second, you guys. This is what happens. Somebody joins a team. You add them to a group. They completely lose their mind. Yeah. They're like, oh my God. So I'm going to lose 62 pounds in the next 4 weeks and I'm going to make $10 million. And then they get all excited. They forget their kids exist. Their husband, he used to get supper every day. Not anymore, dude. You better stop by McDonald's and grab that burger on your way home. I got a business. I got a purpose now. We completely lose our minds. And this is the craziest part. We're doing this for them. Right. Or so we say. So we convince ourselves, right? But if you change who you are in that part, you're going to lose those people. You're going to leave them behind. Yeah. They want that woman, that loving, kind person that they've showed up to. They want the person that they have dinner with. The kids want their mom to do homework. And so greatest lesson, I'm going to tell you guys, the number one lesson I've learned from Ray Higdon is systems make all the difference. Lay it out, write it out, be able to give it to them, give them something they can follow. Systems save people's marriages. Systems save people's businesses. Systems give you the ability to fit your business into your life rather than losing your life to your business.
Love it.
Biggest lesson ever.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. So very cool. Any last words of wisdom for the amazing people on here? We got so many fans on here loving on you.
That's so sweet. Well, I think always expanding your network is probably my number one message right now, because so many people are struggling and they think they think they should have a marketing degree when clearly they don't. Most of them don't. If you don't have a marketing degree, don't try to have one. Learn the skills that you need to be able to market. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah. No. Well, I love everything you just said, expanding the network. And, I haven't heard, maybe I've missed it, but I haven't heard network marketers talking about this, but New York City just fired 71,000 people.
Exactly.
That's 71,000 that used to be the heroes. Now they're the zeros because they didn't get the jab. Right. And that's 71,000 people that are hardworking, heart-centered servants that are looking for something to do, and they can't do it in New York. And so there's such a pool of people looking to make money from home and get involved with something that's going to appreciate them. And so this is the time to work and help some people.
Well, and we can't attract people by posting about how busy we are.
Right.
We can't attract people by bashing that they had a job.
Right.
We can't attract people by talking. If you love the vaccine and you talk about you love it, people that hate it are going to hate you. And vice versa. So I don't talk about any of that. If you talk about one religion, people in the other religion, listen, you got to be a magnet, you guys. You got to be a magnet, and you got to put yourself out there. I'll tell you one little trick I'll share with you guys. And Ray, this is so much fun. I literally did it.
You always have good tricks. I love hearing them.
So I have two, actually. I did it until 4:30 in the morning. So I'll show you guys something really quick. This, do you see these?
Yeah.
You see? Okay. Every one of them, they still have the tags on them. I just got them in the mail. Okay. So one time you told a little story about, and I don't remember if you said people that cut grass don't talk, people that are selling mowers don't talk about their mower. They talk about their grass or something.
Don't sell your weed killer. Talk about their crabgrass.
Yes, that's what you said. Yeah. And so, see, I do listen. I'm telling you. And so I thought, especially with all these changes in marketplace, right?
Yeah.
So many changes on Facebook and marketplace. I thought, well, they won't let me sell my weight loss stuff, but I could sell jeans. I could sell jeans that no longer fit me.
Right.
So last 3 weeks ago, I did an ad where I sold a pair of jeans that I bought on a clearance from the Buckle. I think I paid like, I don't know, $50 for them or something, whatever. But I listed them for sale, and I listed them for an overprice because I don't want to sell my jeans. And then, so Facebook let me share that in 23 marketplace group pages.
Okay.
And then it came up with this little thing, and it said, do you want to boost this post? I thought, well, heck yeah, I want to boost this post 100%. So I did $20 a day for 10 days. Okay. And somebody bought my jeans on day 4. I was so mad. You guys. Like, don't buy my jeans. And so, but in those 4 days, I spent $80. Yep. 92,000 people laid eyes on my ad. Almost 2,400 interacted with me.
That's amazing.
And listen, you know how many people asked me one single question about the jeans? The dang lady that bought them. Nobody else. Not one of them. Oh my gosh.
Because just to preface it, because you said, I've lost weight, these can no longer fit me. So everyone's asking you about how'd you lose weight?
Yes. Right. 100% of them.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing that I do. They won't let me sell my weight loss products. So I buy shaker bottles, and I sell shaker bottles, and I give away the weight loss product.
Okay. So you buy, on Marketplace.
I buy.
Oh, awesome. That took me a second. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I listed it for sale. The shaker bottle is like, I don't know, you can get it from the Dollar Tree for $1, you guys. So I go on there.
It's not that you don't give a crap about making the profit on the shaker bottles. It's you want that lead of someone who would shake something.
Yeah. Well, awesome. and so Facebook only looks at the header and what you put in it, right?
Yeah.
And so in the description, I'm selling shaker bottles. But I'll say something about, oh my gosh, this is the coolest shaker bottle. I used it when I was getting my 10,000 steps in all the way down to my goal weight.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me share. This is why it's always so cool chatting with you. Is the mistake that most people make in marketing is they're thinking one step. I have to sell this thing, so I'll list this thing. This is for sale. And whatever it is, shampoo, cream, weight loss, whatever. And you're always thinking multi-step. You're always thinking like, okay, let me do this thing that'll lead me to a very likely next step. And that's good marketing. That's good marketing. So giving away a meal plan or shaker bottle or whatever, right? Creating those kind of stories, that's smart marketing, is thinking multi-step, not one step. How do I share this? Do I do a TV ad to this? Because if you did a TV ad for the weight loss, it wouldn't have worked that well.
Right.
In my first network
No.
marketing company, I did a TV ad. It didn't work that well because I was trying to sell the thing. I didn't get it. Right.
Yeah.
And so, it's just very powerful. You always have such good ideas.
Okay. So here's the second one.
Okay.
This one.
I thought so. Jeans and shaker.
Marketplace. Yeah. Marketplace is one.
Marketplace. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
And listen, you guys, you girls sell makeup. Let me tell you what you do. Go find a makeup brush set. Okay. Go find a makeup brush set and find one that works really well with the makeup that you sell. And then go sell those makeup brushes. Oh my gosh, these makeup brushes are incredible with the makeup that I use. If you could, because everybody that you have a conversation with, if they bought the brushes, I would say, listen, I use it with this specific makeup. I'm not sure what it's going to do with anything else. And then that's how you end up in the conversation, right? Totally. So that's what I call the yellow brick road, you guys. Nice. Leading them down the yellow brick road. Here's number 2.
Okay.
So many times people, we've taught interest groups, go join interest group, go da-da-da-da. Well, but now they have rules. Okay. I'm not a girl that likes rules, Ray. Never have. Don't like rules. Not that girl. Not that girl. So I thought, hold the phone. If you keyword search a group, when Facebook comes up on the left-hand side of your screen, you can click public. I'm like, ooh, let me check this out. So when I did it, all these public groups came up. So whenever they came up, I clicked on the membership and I went, are you kidding me right now? I can see every single member in this group. Are you kidding me right now? So Facebook has these little signs that people are walking around with and they're sorting themselves. I'm in weight loss. I'm in makeup. I'm in the mom's biz group, whatever that looks like. And then they're going to give me a public membership list. Oh, I can do anything I want to that public membership list. And because I'm not a member of that group, what are they going to do to me? Nada. They can't kick me out. They can't block me. And so you know what I do? I welcome people to their group every day. Every day.
So you're the greeter.
Yeah, I'm the Walmart
You stand at the
greeter.
door and you greet them, but you never go in.
So I
was greeted by Angel.
Yeah. I saved the group. I watch the membership. Every single day as people join, they get a little message from me, and this is what it says. Oh my gosh, Ray, I see that you joined such and such group. I just want to say welcome. I don't know if you're just starting your journey or if you've just found this group and you're midstream, but let me tell you how awesome this is. I have just recently hit my goal weight, so I've made it my life's mission to cheer everybody else on. Listen, I'm always here if you ever need anything, even if it's just to remind you that you can do this. XOXO from New Orleans.
So
I do this every day. Every day, whoever they add to their group, I'm welcoming them. And what are they going to do? Go to the membership and listen, look for me? Yeah. Nobody has yet.
That is hilarious. It's hilarious and it's awesome. It's amazing.
It works. That's the cool part. And I'm not selling them. You guys take note. I'm not selling them. What I've just
said. Not in that first message.
Right? No, not in that first message.
Throw out bait, see if they bite, but you're not saying, here's my link, which is what most people would do.
Mm-hmm. No, because what I've just said is, oh my gosh, when you face your first struggle, I'm your girl with no pressure and no selling. So even if I don't get back to them, what I've seen happening is they're coming back to me in 3 or 4 days and they're saying, oh my gosh, what did you do for such and such? I had a girl last night. She was like, girl, I got these cravings. I don't know what to do. I'm like, I didn't have those. But you know what? Supplements gave me power over that monster. Like it quieted the beast for me. Have you ever tried supplements? They open the door and I walk through it. But
that's amazing.
Listen, welcoming people to their groups, dude, that has been.
That's so awesome.
And the whole time I'm like, where was this 7 years ago? Why didn't I think about doing this 7 years ago?
Well, I mean, you've had so many amazing ideas over the years. They're all cutting edge and amazing and incredible, but those two are really easy. Anyone can do them and just amazing. So that's so awesome.
So to answer their questions, I do not join the group. If I join the group, they have power over me. Do not join the group. You don't need to. The second thing is if I don't hear from somebody, then you know what I do? I do the compliment. I go to their story. I go to their profile. I look and see if they have stories first, because here's a lesson. If I comment on a story, guess what it does? It sends them a notification, which brings them to the message. So they see both my messages. Okay. And if not, if they don't have my stories, then I find something on their wall and I comment and I'll say, oh my gosh, Ray, this is cool. Thank you so much for sharing it. By the way, I sent you a message. I hope that was okay.
It's awesome.
And that's what
I mean, you are without a doubt the smartest Facebook marketer I know. No question. Zero question. No question. I mean, it's just awesome. Every time I talk to you, I hear a different idea and I'm like, damn, that's so smart. That is awesome. Yeah. Well, thank you very, very much. I could do 8 hours of this, but I'm unable to. I'm sure you can't either.
End of the month.
But I appreciate you so very much. You're amazing. Thank you for being so charitable. You're always just one of the biggest givers of education to any charity we've ever done. And you're just so helpful to everybody. And so I just really appreciate you. Thanks for being you.
Absolutely. Thank you for all you do. Oh my gosh. You've been my virtual upline for a long time. Thank you for that. I appreciate you and your wife. So, but I'll see you guys soon. I love you.
I hope so. I want to see you soon.
Yes, so absolutely.
Give Angel some love. Feel free to share this. Who in your team could use this information? I mean, that would be all of them. So feel free to share. And we love you, Angel. Thank you so much. And appreciate you for tuning in. Bye for now. Thank you, Angel.